Hey, good evening, Thursday evening, throwback Thursday. How are you? Welcome. Thanks so much for taking time out of your day to spend with me. I'm Nichelle with 2Excel with Nichelle.com, stopping in to provide you with information, inspiration, and motivation to help you start, market, and grow into the CEO of you. What I do is identify your weaknesses to look at your strengths and capitalize on opportunities to help you devour those threats that are in your life that consistently pull you down, hold you back, and keep you from achieving your greatness. All of us have greatness inside of us. Hey, Dale, what's going on? Thank you so much for popping in. Thank you so much for sharing. Greatly appreciate you. To all my replay viewers, thanks for stopping in and sharing. Cello. How are you, lady? Thank you so much for coming in. To all the replay viewers, thank you so much for coming in and tapping that screen. Greatly appreciate you. If you are new to my broadcast, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I greatly appreciate you, and it is a pleasure to meet you. I'm Nichelle, as I mentioned earlier. So today, I am going to share with you 5 things, okay? So you missed out again. 5 things. Hello, Doc. How are you? I'm going to share with you 5 reasons why you perhaps may be missing out on the greatness that God has for you. That's in store for you, that you keep saying the same thing over and over again and you just have not done anything. Why? Because possibly of these 5 things. And if you can relate to some of them, because I know I did. It was me at one time, and to be honest with you, sometimes it's me now. It just depends on the situation and the circumstance. Unfortunately, life gets a hold of us. Just like this week, life been giving me. I've been saying I'm going to come on at 7:30 and have not been able to be here. But I'm still going to show up. It's kind of late. I'm tired. Took the earrings off, makeup off, and I'm sleepy. But I'm still going to be here to give you these tips because I said I was going to do it. And that's really the main thing about success in life. You have to keep showing up. It may not be happening for you right now, but if you keep showing up, what you will find is that you will eventually see results start to flourish in. Not right now, but eventually. Sometimes it's right now. It just depends on what you're doing to make it happen. Yes. Push through. Exactly. Got to keep praying and pushing. And that is the result. That is what happened when you look at billionaires. When you look at Jesus, he continued to push through. He still to this day don't have people to believe in him, but he still pushed through. He still pushed through. And that is the power of success, pushing through. Thank you so much, Dale, for sharing that. So the number one thing why you still making these excuses, why it ain't happened for you yet, is because you literally don't believe in yourself. And that's easy to do, especially when you failed many times, okay? When you fail many times, it's really hard to gain confidence in you and your abilities, your skills, your know-how, and all of that. But I want you to right now to stop that, okay? Yes, you got to stop that, because if you don't, you're going to really put yourself in a situation that you can't get out of, and that is really difficult to happen, especially for something like depression. I work with people that are depressed. I work with people that are sick, and I work with people that just have issues with self. And self is your greatest denominator. Self will keep you from doing anything that you set your mind to. You have to release self from opportunity and push, as Dale said, forward. So that may be why you're missing out again, because you are too stuck in self to release self from everything that's holding self back, okay? So we have to release that. The next thing that I want you to be mindful of, and as I mentioned to you, when I minister to you, I minister to myself, because I used to be in that pigeonhole, that thinking that I wasn't great enough to do this. I did not feel like I was prepared. I did not feel like it was time for me to jump yet, because of that one thing, and that's fear. Kept holding me back, telling me I wasn't good enough. When God says that we are all his children, and if he blessed us with it, then we're good enough. Okay, number 2, as I mentioned, that self-sabotage, self-limiting beliefs and thoughts about what somebody else told us. Maybe perhaps when you were growing up, somebody told you that you would never be anything. Maybe when you were growing up, you were a troublemaker. Maybe when you were growing up, you had a child in your teens, and perhaps maybe got into adulthood and just everything was a catastrophe. Self-sabotaging beliefs and thoughts. Those things happen to us. Yes, self-limiting beliefs. We have to consistently tell ourselves on a regular basis, I'm telling you, because I do it, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Once you start repeating daily habitual habits of goodness, speaking over yourself, speaking over your life, what you will find is that stuff will begin to manifest, and you'll be starting to react to the things that you're telling yourself. The universe hears everything, every bad thought, every good thought that we tell. Yes, the universe hears all of that, Doc. And so we cannot go against the universe and sit up here and tell ourselves all of this and make ourselves believe that, when the reality of it is that we have just as much capability, just as much wherewithal, just as much stamina as the next person. I'm no better than you. You're no better than me. We're all out here in this game together. So in order to win the game, in order to succeed, you got to stop these self-limiting beliefs. And I'm speaking to that because I speak to people on a regular basis that lack confidence. You would think the most beautiful people in the world, the most handsome people in the world have confidence, but the reality of it is they're out there fighting demons that are against them. They're out there releasing themselves, listening to positive affirmation. Keep my mind right. Yes, every day I have to, whether it's gospel music, whether it's reading a scripture, whether it's reading some form of positivity, just affirmations of positive confirmation of myself helps on a regular basis. And that's why I was saying the universe here. So if you speaking all that negativity out, the universe is saying you're never going to achieve anything. You're never going to get it. And that's where those limiting beliefs come in. And so if you were one of those people that somebody said that cast a spell over your life, and that's what I think it is, a spell. Because see, God don't do that. God makes us free. God releases us from all the limitations that we think we have. But you would think the most confident people will be out there are the most beautiful ones. Those are the ones that are most divorced. If you look at it, if you look at some of the stars around here constantly going in and one and out of marriages, out of relationships, why? That is a lack of self-confidence, because you don't think you're good enough to get the right man or the right woman. And so you start hopping from one place to the next and all of that. And what you find, you end up losing in the end. So therefore, you need to lift yourself up, lift God up, and say, if I am for righteousness, who's going to be against me? And you have to love yourself more. Sometimes you have to wake up and kiss yourself. Mwah. Sometimes you have to wake up and hug yourself and just say, I love me. Okay, these self-limiting beliefs, you have to extract them from your vocabulary. Number 3, a lot of people are just really good at making excuses. Good at making excuses. They always got an excuse why they can't do something, why they can't go nowhere, why they didn't show up, why they didn't make no money, why they didn't get the job, why they didn't go back to school, why they had a baby, why they married him and got a divorce, why they married her and got a divorce. A lot of people make excuses all day long instead of confessing up to the point, I made a mistake. It's okay to say I'm sorry. It's okay to say I made a mistake. And the reality of it is that makes you a bigger person than the other person when you fess up to it. Yes, mistakes, excuses, consistently making excuses over and over again. And I state this all the time. Excuses are tools of incompetence used as monuments of nothingness. So if you consistently making those excuses, literally your nothingness is existing. And so you have to release yourself from excuses. And it's easy to make excuses. I could have made one today. I'm tired. I'm hungry. Took the makeup off. Didn't feel like doing this. But I said, you know what? I made a commitment. And I'm going to show up no matter what time it is. Even though it's past the time, I'm going to still show up. And so excuses are easy to make. And we make them on a regular basis. What we have to learn is try to remove the majority of them from our life. Now, some things you just cannot help. Some things just cannot be helped. But don't turn those things that can't be helped into an excuse. Okay, that's number 3, why you ain't got it yet. Amen. Thank you. Why you ain't got it yet. Why you keep missing out on it, that opportunity, because you're making that excuse. Number 4, have you ever heard people that say, I hate that. I don't like that. I don't do that. They hate everything. People that hate everything and love nothing. Okay, that's why you ain't got it yet. That's why you haven't reached that next level yet, because you hate everything. You can't hate everything and love some things. I mean, everything they hate. And to me, I think hate is a volatile word, and I try to exclude it from my vocabulary. Now, there's sometimes it may slip out because I'm human. We're all human. But hating everything, how are you living and hating everything? That's why you haven't gotten it yet. Try loving some things. Yes, negative all day. Negative Nancy, terrible time. You run into them at work, outside on the street, in the businesses that you go to, the restaurants when they serving you. Just negative. Hate everything. You can't hate everything and be of love. Okay? Now, there's some times you're going to dislike a lot of stuff, because I surely dislike a lot of things. A lot of things. But to hate it, you're no better than the person that's doing the wrong when you're hating it. Okay? And so in order to correct those things, we have to learn how to speak differently about them. Correction comes in improving the way we think about things, speak about things, and do things. That's number 4. Number 5, people are just downright lazy. I've experienced this today. I teach online. Things were due today. They didn't turn them in. Why? Because they had every excuse why they couldn't turn them in. Excuses, remember? From the dog ate it. You're doing the work on the computer, okay? You're doing the work on the computer. How the dog eat your work? All right. I go into an office today to pick up a contract. I don't have it. The buyer didn't sign. I go pick up a contract for home health. They're not ready yet. Why aren't they? If you are in sales, your job is to conversion. Convert those people into doing what you need them to do. That's what sales is. I've been in sales my whole dang on life. Conversion is the big thing of getting a check, okay? So if you are responsible for sales and you can't convert the client, then you're losing money. You shouldn't be in sales. Or perhaps maybe you need to perfect your sales strategy so you can learn how to do it better, okay? And so how in the heck can you not have something when that's what you're supposed to do? Lazy. Yeah, lazy. And so when they tell me these things, and like I said, things happen, life happens because I'm prone to that as well. But when it's consistent behavior, consistent over and over again, and you're saying the same thing, you're going to get the same results. It's insanity, literally. Yes. And so we have to learn not to be lazy. Some things we don't want to do, but we have to do it. A lot of things I don't want to do, and I know you don't want to do them. But we have to take that time. We have to take that time to do the things that are necessary for us to not miss out on that opportunity the next time. You never know. When you get up to go do what you were too lazy to do, you never know how your blessing may come through. You never know what's on the other side of that being lazy, that you showed up. Maybe perhaps somebody is there to offer you that new job, to help give you some funding to start your business, to help tell you that you're beautiful when you've been thinking you were ugly for your whole life. Okay, so we really, really have to be mindful of that. Stop being lazy. Go do it. Go make it happen. And then number 6, learning is too much labor. Some people just don't want to pick up a book. Do you realize that people don't read at all? I mean, literally, you can have it out there in black and white and people will not read. They don't take the time to digest the information that is given. They do not read. Hello, how are you? They just do not read for one reason or another. They'll say they didn't see it and it's clearly point blank in their face. And they say they didn't see it. You got to read. You got to take the time to do it. Learning is not much labor. And they've always said, you put it in a book, they won't read it. They ain't going to never find out about it. And that is really true. That is really true. Hello, how you doing? Welcome, McKay. Don't advertise, McKay. You want me to come on your scope and advertise? Anyway, that's unprofessional anyway. You don't do that unless you ask the people if you can do that, okay? Professionalism is key in success. And so when you are too much, when you are not taking the time to learn because it's too much work, then you are losing. You literally are losing in the game, and you're probably more than likely not going to get that opportunity because learning is too much labor. Babe, can you turn that off for me, please? So that's number 6. Number 7 is people don't take directions well. People don't take directions well. You could tell them one thing and they're going to do it their way. You could tell them not to do this, they're still going to do it. If you don't facilitate directions well, if you don't embrace directions, yes, if you don't embrace directions, what you're going to find out again is that you're going to be always trying to reach that opportunity, seek that opportunity. You're not going to keep opportunities because following directions is important. I remember being in the military. That was a problem for me. Coming straight out of high school, going into the military, following directions, somebody spitting in my face, yelling, hollering, and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, look, if you want me to do something, you need to talk to me differently. Well, that wasn't their role. Their role was to put a fear in me. Put a fear in. And anybody that goes to the military, they can tell you that. Yelling, spitting, hollering, making you do things that you don't want to do. But the thing is that taught me how to take directions, how to understand authority. And people that don't follow directions, they don't understand authority. So therefore, it's hard for them to learn. It's hard for them to put things into action for the simple reason. 23 years, so you know what I'm talking about, Doc. I ain't like that, Doc. I did not like it. I was in the Army and I left out as a lieutenant. So, I mean, just the fact of being told what to do, people just don't know how to receive that well. And I truly think it goes back to how you talk to people. But you have to realize everybody's not going to talk to you the way you think you should be talked to. but still facilitating that direction, because you can't be a leader if you don't know how to follow. And I truly believe that in every aspect of leadership that I've been in, I yearned to learn how they were doing it because I wanted to be that leader someday. And so if you don't know how to take directions, that's being a follower. How do you expect to lead? How do you expect to be the leader? It all starts with learning, taking directions, being more so in control of your destiny, knowing that that certain time may be just temporary. You know, look at it as a temporary situation. I knew the military was temporary. That wasn't something I wanted to do personally for the rest of my life. I did it to get me where I needed to go, help me pay for college, and all of that, and give me some life skills. It gave me some life skills. So sometimes in life, we have to do things that we don't want to do to get to the things that we want to do. And it all starts with following directions. And that's the key. And so that is my message for you today. Dale, Doc, thank you all so much for being here. I greatly appreciate it. Amen. And we have to start with self, and we have to stop criticizing ourselves for the things that we don't know how to do. Just learn how to do it, no matter how long it takes you. You know, age is just a number. It's just a number. And it really just depends on what type of attitude you have in regards to reaching that next level, getting that goal, that objective that you set out, that you desire. We're in the fourth quarter of 2017. I promise you, December, people going to still be saying, yes, thank you so much, Dale. God bless you. I greatly appreciate that. People are going to be saying that they did not finish the things that they needed to finish in 2017. Why? Why didn't you finish them? You had every opportunity, 365 days to finish what you started, to start something that you thought that you wanted to do, and you didn't do it. And so really we have to go back and self-assess ourselves. These 7 things, that I mentioned to you, if they apply to you, see how they apply in your life and change it. Change is the greatest vessel of opportunity. When we are willing to change, we see more doors open, we see more opportunity come towards us, and we are preparing ourselves for the great things and the greatness that is in store for us. And so stay positive, stay open to opportunity. Don't miss out again by not doing these 5 things. All right. God bless you all. Thanks so much for coming in this late Thursday evening, Throwback Thursday. Yes, you're welcome. Thank you, Doc. God bless you guys. If you like positive inspiration and motivation and you are not connected with me and you want to soar in your opportunities in business and in life, and go ahead and connect with me. I'm also on Instagram and on Twitter at Nichelle Womack, spreading some positive information, inspiration, and motivation on a daily basis. And I'm also on Facebook. So join me someplace, connect with me, and I would love to learn more about you and what you do. If you'd like to learn more about what I do, you can check the link in the bio up top, and it can tell you everything I do to help you excel in your life. Good night, everyone. Blessings and peace. Until tomorrow. I don't come on Fridays. I just come on if I have a chance. Okay. Good night. If I have a chance, I'll come on. If not, I'll be here back Monday between the hours of 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time and whenever. All right. Good night, everyone. God bless you. Take care. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.